So it's so unique because there's 11 different guys. They all have their own skill sets and they bring something unique to the table. Everyone has their own style and their own flair, which makes it super special.
Preseason's always tough because, at least for us, we start playing games almost, within the first 10 days of arriving. So that knowing that, if the first scrimmage, so to speak, is the starting point, we want to try and sort of cram as much as we can because usually what happens is once the games start being played, that's when we really start to see what our general weaknesses are. And, when you play yourself every day in training, everyone gets to know that. They figure it out pretty quickly.
I was dying to come back for like my this team. Like this is my team. Like I love the guys here. Like some of my best friends that like there's so many guys that are returning this year and that if we're gonna do something special, it's gonna be this year for sure.
Being a senior here at school change your perspective. Now you are like the example of the other players that are coming new. And it's good being a senior because now you have the feeling of leaving something to the team that they can follow in the future.
Like once you're gone.
Yeah, exactly. When you are gone from school. So you're basically leaving, yeah, Omar did this, so we have to do like that, something like that. So.
The most obvious one that stands out is for any new player, whether they're freshmen or transfers, is just adjusting to our culture, like our standards, our way of things. Like, for example, we don't call fouls. Not that we don't know that there's not fouls, right? But we deliberately don't do it for a lot of specific reasons. But those are just some subtle things that make us a little bit different than everyone else.
Okay? And that is the reason why. Because Gray played it Gray for the entire 2 minutes. I don't care. So yes, you should be winning every. Because the way I see it is, whoever wins the ball and makes that first pass should win the game. Because it's 9 versus 5. The 5 shouldn't touch the ball. Okay? 10-3.
Preseason's just super tough for all the new guys, especially they're coming in. It's just a lot nonstop, and our expectations are so high for this upcoming season. So the steps we're taking in preseason are the hardest, the longest they've ever been because we want to get the work done now.
One touch, Miles. Oh, yeah. 1-1. Yeah, thank you. Good try. I'm better, Gray. Hey. Nico.
We also want to train with a lot of purpose and intent, both from how we start the warm up to the things we do at the end of training, and just making sure that the guys are always competing for the 90 minutes that they're out there.
Attack the space.
Last season was very impressive for me, being 3 years before that season here, and the 2 years before wasn't that good than last season. Last season was our first year having a great season, and my aspirations for this season are pretty high. That's why I'm put a lot of pressure on the guys. And this season, my expectations are pretty high since we have the quality and the players that we need to get where we want, which is the conference final or even nationals, if we could.
All right, so you V3, that means you're going to stay on the field for the entire 2 minutes, and I need you to be playing at 100 miles an hour. You will have a 4 to 6 minute rest, so go all out, which means if the keeper's going to roll you the ball and you receive and you have space, go take 2 guys on, take 3 guys on, I don't care. Score goals. It's only 30 yards to length. Shoot it from anywhere. Goalkeepers you cannot score because it reduces the amount of work from the players in the middle. So thus, get the ball to the 3. I want to see combinations. Play again. This is the part of training where go do your thing. We don't want to coach much.
So we're just generally going to approach, our season, kind of how we want to finish, so to speak. So we'll use, the early parts of the season to start figuring things out. So by the time November rolls around, we're at our strongest. Might not be able to see me.
I love all those.
Who's got it?
Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Family!
I think it was his mom who gave it to him. It's kind of funny. So I'm from Funchal, Portugal. So basically, I live in an island, about 300,000 people. The team that we have at home, the professional team, the stadium is like 50 meters from home. Like I can see inside the stadium from the view of the apartment. And my dad was always a big fan.
And what team is it?
Is Maritimo. But it's just a big traditional team. And my dad always liked it. So I remember like being 5 years old and already going to the stadium. Then I went to the academy there at Maritimo at like 5, and I stayed there until I was 18. My dad is always a very emotional person. So like every time we would score, he would like, his eyes would like glaze and he would be like almost crying. It would be kind of funny. Sometimes we'd even cry, and like me and my sister and my mom would start laughing, which is kind of funny. Every time I scored a goal, my dad would cry. Every time. Like it didn't matter who was it. Like if it was 3-0 or 2-0, if I scored, my dad would always cry.
When is the last time your dad got to see you play?
Wasn't the final actually. I scored on the last game that I played there. Especially, and I'm not that really of a extrovert. You know what I mean? Like when people start talking with me and I feel a little bit more comfortable, like I like talk a lot. But before that, I'm very like stay in my own place, don't talk a lot, and I would just basically stay in my room a lot of the times. I would hang out sometimes with them, and I mean I think they would like me, but I would not incentivate. I would not take the first step to hang out. Like someone needed to invite me to go over, but like then what happened was that Josh came into the picture because Josh was my roommate. He came in during the winter break he transferred from McKendree here, and since then it was way easier. Like I hang out with Josh a lot. After that, like me and Josh spent a lot of time together, hanging out together. Like it was way better because I felt way more. I did not feel as much alone as I did before, and the coming year, we moved actually here to Serena, and like the freshmen that came in, I mean, came Portuguese guys, which is Rodri, Chuck came in. I mean, a lot of new freshmen that were like a lot of internationals. So again, that thing that they know what we been through, go through by coming here, and like, but it was such a group that everyone is interesting. Everyone is different, but everyone is funny in their way. We have Pedro too, who's really funny. We have Rodri doing his stupid stuff all the time. It's just like everybody likes to hang around and just do whatever we want to do.
Was really weird because I came as a freshman so late because you guys get here very start of August last year, and I got offered really late, so I didn't get here until they played their first game. So when I got here, it was so weird because all of these guys had already like formed a group almost, like you were already all together. So me coming in was really weird.
Yeah, I remember that first training session. Like, he was so lost.
I remember like after my first few sessions, I'd like ring home and I'd be like, I've made the wrong decision. I don't know why I'm here. I shouldn't have come here.
It's different just because like you don't know, like especially coming in here since like I transferred, I didn't know anyone. Like I knew the coach and that was about it. So it was like a little difficult to like adjust to the people per se. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're all like teenage guys just playing soccer, just having time of our lives
Yeah,
essentially. So
the
it's
best
like,
thing that you could do at this age, I think.
yeah,
We literally wake up, do a few classes, go train, and then do whatever we want.
hang out,
So,
just mess around all day essentially. Like,
And then, especially in season, because we're playing so many games, and
we're always with each other. Yeah, like
We don't even know like the time passing by.
yeah, like we've been here for nearly a month
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
It feels like I got here the other day. Literally, it's gone so quick. So quick.
It's crazy.
Oh!
How do you belly
Living in this big blue world with my head up in outer space. I know I'll be okay. I know I'll be okay. When I see trouble come my way, I'll be making lemonade. I know I'll be okay. I know I'll be okay. Hey little lady, I know you're feeling crazy. All your other friends are busy making them babies.
He's TJ from England, never eligible, but he's still here.
No, TJ disappeared for a semester, and then he came back. I mean, he's him back.
I think the best, for sure not Rodri. Charlie's the best for me. Charlie, yeah. Let's say Charlie. Let's give him that. Yeah, why? Yeah, come on. Let's say he's the best. Let's say.
We have Marcelo. Marcelo is our oldest freshman. He's older than me, and he's a freshman. That's crazy. I'm a junior. He's a freshman, and he's older than me.
The worst? Oh, that would be a good list. Rodrigo. I put Rodrigo there. Eli. Eli.
I'd be lying if I said I knew the way. I just eat and then pretend that it's gourmet. I've had terrible, horrible, no good, very bad days.
Miles Andrews is the most hyperactive person in the city.
That's true. Now, Miles can sleep with house music or techno like blasting into his ears, and he's still asleep.
But it's symbolic. The most sexy boy in the campus. Every girl wants to kiss her, to kiss him.
Alejo lately likes a little bit of samba. He liked a little bit of curry in the past and elephants, but now he's more into samba and all that stuff. He loves that. Loves that.
Now he's Brazilian. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
he's Brazilian. I don't know
He
why.
likes Brazil. There are some players like Americans, let's say. No offense to Americans, but Americans, you know. Yeah, Josh, yeah. I heard no offense to Americans. Yeah, just saying. You know. Yeah, Josh can be in the top of the worst players, so top 3.
Yeah, Aiden just one of those persons you can count with for everything.
so it's so unique because there's 11 different guys. They all have their own skill sets and they bring something unique to the table. So everyone has their own style, their own flair, which makes it super special.
Big conference game for both of these teams. Your overall record, sure, it helps later down the line, but your conference record is really what matters when it gets in for AMC games.
I think everybody was kind of nervous because it was the first conference game.
Like, I think every game I'm like a little bit anxious, and I like that feeling because that feeling, the adrenaline just makes me keep attention to everything and try to do everything better and do everything at my best.
So the first 10-15 minutes was difficult to us.
I felt, like other guys said, first 30 minutes were just more sleepy. We didn't perform as we wanted to perform.
What was interesting is I wasn't expecting Harris Stowe to play the lower block that they did.
When it comes to teams like that, or in conference, especially conference, teams know who you are, what your specialties are. They do scouting, so it seemed like Harris Stowe really packed it in on defense, dropped in a lot of bodies. It's hard to get through that sometimes. So.
Hey, Mayo! Hey, don't let them play! Don't let them play!
But then I think the last 15 minutes of the first half, we find ourselves, we find our spaces to make passes. But it was kind of late for the first half because then the other team already knew what we were trying to do.
Andrews down the left side, time still expiring, sub 10, another header away, that one should very well do it, but maybe a last second opportunity, pass towards the midfield, second shot, maybe he breaks through two defenders, but he cannot get there in time, and what could have been a last gasp effort for William Woods falls foul of the buzzer.
This game saw that we were underperforming, so I know the potential of our team, of our players, so I'm one of the guys who on the field that might people not like me because I'm straight to the point and I'm being honest every time, so a little bit rough, let's say, but also in a positive way, so just to make sure that they know that they have abilities and skills to perform better, so just realizing them that yeah, you can do better, and just another half, just make sure you do your work, and we're gonna be happy afterwards, and we're gonna win this game. So it's more about that.
But what's interesting about college guys and the culture that we've created is usually I give the players the first 5 or so minutes at halftime to see what they say, to see what they're seeing, and listen to how they're solving problems. And to be honest with you, they solved all the problems. So I really didn't need to say much at halftime other than, maybe giving a new or different idea that they hadn't considered.
Like in halftime, what we talk about is like, there's still 45 minutes left. There's pretty sure we're going to have a chance. Then that chance, we're going to make it happen and score the goal.
We did talk about limiting their chances, which was great because in the second half, I don't think they got very many shots off during the run play. We were very aware of their set pieces and their free kicks caused us some problems, but for the most part, by empowering the players to kind of speak up, for them to help each other and work the problem, sometimes makes my job a little bit easier, which is fun too, right? Because ultimately, soccer's a player's game.
I just remember watching Tia drilling people in the area, so it was a little bit frustrating to me because I just wanted Tia to shoot, but then Charlie asked for the ball, so Tia passed back to Charlie. It was like a divided ball, and then the ball was on my feet.
Honestly, when I saw Nico in front of the goal, I remember I told Nico, open the ball to... I screamed, open the ball to Miles, I think it was in the left wing, I don't remember.
And I just saw the goal, the corner, and I just wanted to score, and I shoot with.
And then I just saw him shooting with outside of the foot, and I just see the ball went out of his foot. From my angle, I was straight to the goal. I just see the ball like making the curve.
Martinez, a shot of his own, puts it off. There it is! What a shot from Martinez! He goes for the outside of his foot and arcs it all the way back in from the back post. What a kill!
And when I saw the goal, everything got crazy. First goal of the conference. It's just very emotional for me, and I think for him as well.
A great shot out of William Woods when they needed it the most.
Like when we saw that goal happening, like we didn't believe, like we actually were. I don't have actually words to describe it. Like it was a beautiful goal.
how he scored the goal, right? He hit it with the outside of his right foot. It froze the goalkeeper. He could do nothing but just watch the ball go in the goal. And so those are kind of memorable goals for the players.
Dispossessed as the ball stays in tow.
Out back to that right side, it's McGrail that can just put it in, and he wants to at least attempt the shot for the moment, but I think he'll just settle for the victory lap. It's going to be a 5th win on the season for William Woods, taking a 1-0 spell today over Harris Stowe.
You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? You know I'm such
I think we were very happy. The mindset still the same, and we want to get to nationals. That's our goal.
Well, I just want to create that culture mindset just of being a winner. No matter how we're gonna win, just win is the most important thing.
The objective is to stack wins and get as many points as we can. You know, we'd love to be the #1 seed. That's kind of always a goal. But we've had a good week to prepare for Hannibal. So the goal is simple: beat Hannibal and get 3 more points on Saturday.